Oh, these. Oh, is this for other people? Oh, that's cool. I guess we'll wait and see if anybody comes. Oh, I'm charging my phone. I can't even check if I'm live on my... Let's see if I'm live here. Oh, I am live. Okay. I wanted to show these. The pockets I made. Oh, hi. Somebody showed up. Unless it's just me watching. Okay, that's better. Maybe there's not so much glare there. Hi, buddy. It's my doggy. Look, he's so cute. Sorry, didn't mean to make you dizzy. If anybody's watching. So I'm working on the shawl currently. I wanted to show these kits, but I guess if nobody's here. We'll give it a few minutes, see if somebody shows up. You could say hi if you're here. I wonder if they can hear me. Okay, yeah, I'm there. That's my doggy eating. Sorry for the noise. Okay, yeah. Huh, that's cool. It has like a private chat. Hey, buddy. You finished having a little midnight snack? Well, 2 a.m. snack? Anyway, so my dad had asked me, hi, welcome, new other person. Hi, Adele, how are you? Hi, buddy. My dog thinks I'm talking to myself because now I'm talking out loud. So my dad had asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I wasn't too sure, but I wanted to try out some Amigurumi kits. So I had told him to get me these, the red heart ones, and they were cheaper on Amazon. I've been meaning to make a video for like an unboxing, but I've just been too tired. So I asked him, so he actually got me both. So I asked him for this one and then this one. And then Amazon put this like big old sticker like where it was. So I had to rip them open and, change where you could see what came in the kit. Hey, Panda. Hi, Antonio. Yay. So I don't know which part you missed. So Antonio joined too. So my dad had asked me what I wanted for my birthday. I wasn't sure. So I mentioned that I wanted to try out these kits, even though I don't do much amigurumi because it hurts my hands. So I had asked him, so he sent me this one, which has like the giraffe, the little tiger, the elephant, and the lion. And then there's like a frog and a bunny and a little chickie and a bear. And they, but Amazon put this big old sticker, so I had to rip it open to put the label in the front so that I could show it. And I've been meaning to do an unboxing video, but I've just been too tired. And then he also sent me this cute little lion. I guess this is like some Zen greeting crochet kit on Amazon. Some, I don't know what other brand it is. And then he did guess cool because he figured that I wanted a dragon, so he sent me Toothless. And this is a crochet kit, and these were all from Amazon. Yeah, he is sweet. He has his moments. And so yeah, I'll show what's in this in the dragon one. So my doggy decided that right now he's gonna play. He hasn't played in a few days, but he wanted to eat now. He wanted to play now. So yeah, so to show the kit, so it comes like that. The only thing from when I opened this up that I didn't like, I guess they compressed the fiber fill. Well, so it comes like that, right? And compress the fiber fill. So I've been meaning to make a video about the unboxing, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I guess they give you a thing for your glue gun. I can't remember what my glue gun is, because it looks like you have to glue gun, you know, like hot glue the eyes. Those are the eyes. So it came with a hook. I do like that it came with a little clipper. Hey, buddy, you smelling all the things? I guess I have 2 crochet hooks, stitch markers, and a knitting needle in there. Yeah. Oh, and then I guess the yarn. It doesn't say what type of yarn it is. I guess the little white one is for testing, it says. And then it comes with 2 booklets. Let's see what this one is. Okay, this one's a pattern. It doesn't say what level it is, but it like kind of tells you what the things are. And then it like gives like a QR code and then the abbreviations and then the actual like pattern stuff. What's this book for? Oh, okay. This is like an instruction book. So like how to change color, how to hold your hook, how to do single crochet. That's pretty cool. Rounds or spirals, which loops to work in. I gotta say, they didn't have that in Woobles. You had to go and you had to like click on their QR code thing, and then that sent you to like different videos that they had into like an e-pattern. Haha, I didn't even read that you wanted me to do Toothless first, and that's the one I picked. Yeah, I could totally change a yarn on any of these. Yeah, I don't know if I want a white dragon. I mean, I'd probably make a red or a blue one. Maybe a green one. And white, I just don't like things, like a lot of things in white, and then I feel like it might get dirty too easily. So I think, I mean, the eyes look cool, but I don't like that idea of like hot gluing the eyes on there. So I have some other amigurumi eyes, so I may try to use those, and they have some sparkle in them. Ah, yeah, let me show you. I have this little owl that I made that looks like a chicken. I'm not very good at amigurumi. And it has like some sparkle in it. So I'm going to use those type of eyeballs. I got them on Amazon. And he's supposed to be like a little, this thing's the ornament. But yeah, he came out looking more like a chicken than an owl. I mean, I tried. At least he came out round-ish. Okay. Thanks. Hi, Art Junkie. Hi, Shannon. So I was showing some of the kits. Like my dad had asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I wasn't too sure. So then I mentioned that I wanted to get, that I wanted to try out these like Red Heart Amigurumi kits. The cheapest price I saw was either Walmart online or Amazon. So I had sent him the link to Amazon. So I got those and I got these. This one is the giraffe, the tiger, a lion, and an elephant. And the other one is a frog, a rabbit, a little chick, and a bear. But I don't like those ruffles that they have under them. And then Amazon did this whole thing where they like put this big old sticker on the bag. So I had to tear it open and change like the paper. Because I've been meaning to do an unboxing video, but I've just been too tired. So I figured, you know, I haven't done a live in a while. Maybe I'll just come on here and just show the things on here. Where's Joseph? Oh, hi, Joseph! Hey, sorry. I was like, where's Joseph? Who's Joseph? I missed you coming in. Welcome. So I was going over, I guess I'll retell the story again. That my dad had asked me what I wanted for my birthday. I wasn't too sure. So then I mentioned to him I wanted to try out those Red Heart Amigurumi kits. And, yeah, so he sent me both of those. He sent me this cool Toothless Dragon, which is by Crochet. And the tiger. This is what the inside looks real quick for, you know, Shannon and Joseph that just came in. This is like what the yarn looks like. They like squished down the fiber fill, and it came with like clippers and hooks and little thing cutter. Like that's to cut threads, and a needle, a hot glue stick gun for the eyeballs. The fiber fill is like compressed, and then two little booklets, one with the pattern and one with like instructions of where to crochet instructions, like how to do the stitches, where to put the hook to make the stitches. I don't like the idea of having to hot glue the eyes because I'm not really sure where my hot glue gun is. So that's why I was showing the other one that I'm probably going to use eyes like those that have like sparkle in them. And I may use different yarn. So then Dad got this one that I guess he liked, this lion. It's like some no-name brand on Amazon. Zen Greeting or something, but I think the lion looks cute. Hey, let's rip it open. I've been meaning to like film this, but since I haven't made the unboxing video for these, you can do it now, and people can just watch the live. Ooh, so this is like Woobles yarn. So I guess it has all these little like, ooh, nice. And they did like Woobles. They started the magic ring for you with the stitch markers. And it was way cheaper than Woobles. I think this one was like 10 or 12 bucks, not like 30 or 40. They also, I guess, this is common practice now. You vacuum seal the fiber fill. There's another little ball of yarn. It comes with one hook, stitch markers, safety eyes, and a needle. There we go. And a little book that's barely anything. It's like a piece of paper for the pattern. Yeah, the main. Here's the pattern, you know, like do that. I'm not too... There's a QR code you should scan for the pattern. We'll cover it up. Yeah. The pattern leaves much to be desired. Just saying. Yeah, at least it describes it. But okay, let's see. You know, that's like the head, right? So it's a really weird pattern writing style. Anyways, I can always use the pattern from the Red Heart on how to make the lion. Hi, Don. Welcome. Hi, little Lego. Thank you, Panda. He's like, glad you like the birthday message and the wiggle. Yeah, I love the dance. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's if I ever make the Toothless. I have another video that I've made where I did a review on different amigurumi kits that I had bought, which was like around December. So there's like a ton of kits because it hurts my hands to make them. So now I like have all these kits and I haven't really done them. But I will say when I did my little Wooble like fox, pastel colored fox, it didn't hurt my hands. And I was really surprised about that. Actually, my tension was so tight, I had to undo it and then redo it and loosen up. So I was like, oh, maybe I'm the problem. So that was kind of funny. Thank you, Shannon. It was actually on the 31st. I was going to say last Friday, but no, now it's like the Friday before. So now I can't even remember what Friday I'm on. Yeah, I've been meaning to do a video to show these unboxing these, but I've just been too tired. Sorry about the crinkles. Okay, we're going to open these big boys up. So what I've seen is the cheapest price for these kits is on Amazon and Walmart, like Amazon in the US. Your Inspirations has them like way too expensive, and they also cost more if you buy them separate. So this full kit, I think it's like around $23, $22, $26 around there. I think the Safari guys are a little more expensive than these guys. They have a little chick and a little bunny, and they're really cute. Nice. Thanks for stopping by. I know it's really late at night. I couldn't sleep. Okay, so this is like what comes inside. The yarn looks like leaves a little much to be desired. So I may use different yarn for this. I mean, and I may use this yarn for something else. So this is the yarn. And now I'll read it to you guys, but it's cotton. It's just like really freaking small print. So it says it's a category 1 weight yarn, 2.5 millimeter hook. It suggests 100% recycled cotton. Stop licking yourself. Hey, be a good boy. That's my dog. He should not be licking his legs. This is color orange. Machine wash and dry, and it's 54 yards or 49 meters. They're really ambitious. If you can make like a whole little animal only after 50 yards, I guess you don't need that much yarn to make these guys. This one's orange. These two are like yellow. They're like really similar in color. Like that's the orange and that's the yellow. I'm assuming this is gray for the little elephant. Haha, their fiber fill is not like vacuum sealed. I guess this is supposed to be enough for 4 animals. I don't know. Ooh, there's more things in here. Oh, these are for their faces. The black, brown, and white with a needle and with only 1 stitch marker. So you better not make all 4 at once, okay? You better make only 1 at one time. Oh, and a hook. I'm like holding the hook, and I didn't realize I was holding the hook. And this is the pattern, I guess, for all of them. Okay. I'm like looking, like, is there more? Yeah, so if you're going to try to read the pattern, I'm going to put it really far away so you can't really read it, you know, because it's like a live and it's YouTube and I shouldn't be showing you the pattern. But you could tell that's really small font. Regular font, small font. So I suggest you have a magnifying glass or reading glasses or, I don't know, good vision. Maybe you could photocopy it and make it bigger. And there doesn't seem to be, so they decided that they would, one thing is I feel like the giraffe should have more spots, but that's just me. And they also say, okay, for example, that the giraffe should be 16 centimeters. Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading the French side. I'm like, why is it centimeters? Oh, man. This is what happens when you do lives at, 2 in the morning. Yep, still reading the French side. Okay, here's the English. Yes, approximately 6 1/4 inches. And they kind of give you, like some pictures, which is nice with the steps. So apparently they decided that they're just going to do 1 page per pattern, 1 page in English and 1 page in French. So you know what? The hell with anybody in Spanish, okay? They apparently just only wanted to market to Canada and the US and French-speaking countries and English-speaking countries. So, just saying, you should have put it in Spanish if you're going to go through all this trouble. My 2 cents there. But the lion is called Leo. Ross is the elephant. And Bridget is a giraffe. What happened to the tiger? Dude, they skipped the tiger. Oh, here's the tiger. Sorry. And Ralph is the tiger. So Panda says, gotta put the fold down for real this time. Bye, Panda. They didn't have any pandas on these. Yeah, and I agree with Don. 7 watching and only 4 thumbs. Please click the like if you can, if you want to. I guess I could show the French. Nobody's gonna complain about that. But they show like a little diagram, like how you piece the little guy together. I mean, honestly, if you can copy that pattern that fast, kudos to you, right? Good night. Folks are like saying good night to Panda. Okay, we'll put that away in there. My thing is, it's like, I don't know, that yarn looks like it's pretty thin. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to say the sizes of the other guys. The size of the elephant is 4 inches tall, 10 centimeters. The lion, I don't like, well, the lion, it makes sense for that little ruffle under him. He's also 4 3/4 inches or 12 centimeters tall. I'm sure if you use different yarn, like regular yarn, they'd be bigger. That's everybody, right? The giraffe. I said the tiger. The tiger's 4 3/4 inch too. Just 12 centimeters. The elephant and the lion. Okay. I'll put those away. Oh, there's a stuffing. Crap, I did it backwards. Hold on, sorry. This is going to bother me if I don't put this all in the right way. It's not OCD. Okay. And now to show these. It should probably be around the same size. Okay, so these are the little yarn colors. There's probably another yellow. Yellow. Lilac. I mean, it feels a little softer than peaches and cream for the cotton. I wouldn't call it like wearable cotton. This is a light brown. And this green, it's called green, but it's kind of faded. I don't know. I'd use a different green for. And then Panda's here saying good night. And then they included the same things. You know, 1 stitch marker and just black and white for the little bits. So you got to make sure you don't mess up on those faces because that's all you get for 4. And then the same, the pattern's all on 1 paper. The frog is supposed to be 5 inches tall or 13 centimeters. He's not very big. The little chick is approximately 4 inches. So they're like that big. They're little. They're like keychains. Hi, Dawn. Dawn's here. Yeah, Dawn, sorry, Friendlin. I look on Walmart online through the app, and that's where I saw that they had the 4-pack. I actually, I've been too tired, so I rarely go into the actual Walmart store. So look on the app. That's where I saw the 4-pack. Ooh, my fiber fill bag had a little hole in it. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Mary King and Hobbies. Welcome. Ooh, Mara's here too, I think. No, never mind. Mara's not here. I was seeing things. So what I was mentioning, Dawn and Mary King, was my dad had asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I wasn't sure, but I was thinking that it would be cool to make these and try them out. Maybe use different yarn. So he got me this one. He got me this one. He decided to get me Toothless from the Crochet, and that kind of looks like this inside, where it has the yarn and it has a little booklet pattern and it has hooks, and you can rewind to see all the inside because I already went through all that. And he got me this little tiger on Amazon. Sorry, lion. I had thought he's kind of cute. Hi, Ola Joe. Good night. I know it's late for us over here. I took my sleeping pill, so I'm waiting for it to kick in, but it hasn't kicked in yet. Thank you, Mary, for stopping by and clicking a like. Panda's gone. I didn't get to show him my new double-ended Tunisian hooks. Anyways, they'll have to watch a replay, and then Michael can see it. And if you guys, sorry, that's gonna fall now. Now I have a yarn avalanche. And if you guys haven't gone to Michael's site, it's MDL Crochet. He does wonderful Tunisian stuff. Please go over there and check him out. Or, you know, all my other friends that are here on the channels. Oh yeah, let me show you the hooks. So I got these because I'm testing a pattern that's a cardigan, which I haven't finished, but I need to do the sleeves. I got these on Amazon. So my current Tunisian double-ended crochet hooks are too long. They're this long, 10 centimeters. And when you're doing something like a sleeve, it's a pain in the butt because my armholes aren't that big. So it just kind of gets in the way when you're making, oh, sorry, I have yarn falling all over the place. It just kind of gets in the way, and it's just sort of really cumbersome. And for those of you who don't know, when you do Tunisian in the round with double-ended hooks, you actually use 2 yarn balls. So you're working your stitches on, and then you're working your stitches off with the other yarn. So you don't really need hooks to be as long or as wide as you do for regular Tunisian. Bye, Art Junkie. Good night, Shannon. Or maybe she's saying bye to Ola Joe. So these are the new hooks. They're little. They're like 6 inches. They're bamboo. I got them on Amazon. It's Knit Pal, and they're all falling all over the place. It's like, you know, when you used to play Chinese. I don't know what it was called. Chinese sticks. Maybe that's just what my family called it in Spanish. And you would hold all the sticks. You would hold all the shish kebab sticks and then let them go. And then you had to pick the sticks up without moving the other sticks. Yeah, that was the game we played as a kid. That's what that just reminded me of. Aha! Ooh, I have 2 bags. That was weird. Okay, it came with 9. Oh, you know why? Because I bought 2 sets. I forgot. I bought the big ones. Like 12 millimeter, 10 millimeter. Are these not marked? Oh, okay. Yeah, they are. 10 millimeters, which you can barely see. I'm not kidding when I said you can barely see them. This is 12 millimeters. I mean, you can tell something's written on there, but that's about it. This one's 7 millimeter. We're going to guess, and this is going to be like a 10. Yes, or a 9. It's a 9. This is probably the 8 millimeter. And they're actually kind of smooth. They're not rough, but it came with 2 nail files in there. And these were the little ones, which I don't foresee using that much. You know, probably like a 6, a 5, a 4. This is the 4. That's what the heads look like. Sorry, I'm really horrible at this. Ha, pixie sticks. I don't know if that's what it was called, but that reminds me of candy for the pixie sticks. And that's a little one. Anyways, and you got like a cool red bag with it. So we'll see when I try that. I haven't tried them out yet. I don't know. Those heads look a little. I have used these, my older ones. And I have another set that I had bought that were custom made on Etsy. See, the head's a little different on the ones that I've used before. This one looks like it's kind of a straighter head, so it might give me more. See what I mean? Sorry. It might give me more issues. Where this one, it has more of like an angle, so it's more inline. Pickup sticks. Yeah, that makes sense. Hi, Sherry. Yeah, I think I must have gotten a second wind after all those lives today. And it might work better if I try to let go of the things that are in my hand to, you know, put the bag into the bag. So I may do a review of these whenever I end up using them when I do the sleeves for that cardigan I was testing, which I missed the date on it because I ended up having to try it to make it like 3 or 4 times. And the designer already released that pattern. So this was the wanted to show the cardigan that I tested the pattern for, that the designer released the pattern this last Friday, and I put a picture of it on my community tab on my YouTube page. It's a hexagon cardigan. It's made with Kobu yarn, colorway silver, and a 4mm hook. It came out really pretty. The designer's name is Cozy Rosie Crochet in the UK. This is the strawberry hexagon cardigan. Then Art Junkie saying hi to Sherry. Yeah, I was trying to see some anime. And Sherry saying hi to Shannon and Stephanie, and everybody's saying hi to each other. And then thank you so much, saying it's beautiful and cute, and yeah. And it fits nice. I had a few hiccups making it because I forgot to measure when I got to 20 inches when I was working, because it's like that's like one hexagon, and then you seam it together at the back. This is my back seam, and then you seam the top to do the sleeve when you fold the 2 hexagons. But yeah, I forgot to measure, so then I had to undo a bunch of rows, but that was the fault on me, not the pattern. And then the other thing was I was doing the seaming technique that she mentioned incorrectly, so I had to redo that too. And then for that same, okay, I can't talk about that. Working on a square she wanted me to pattern test, and that hasn't been released, but this has. This is the Tunisian cardigan I need to make the sleeves for. The pattern's already released, so this is the one I missed the deadline for. I just haven't, and it's like just simple stitch. And this is a yarn that I bought from Hirschner's. It's a bit of a pain in the ass because it's like a thin boucle yarn. She wanted us to use this like really fine other boucle yarn, but I don't want to, so I bought that one and used it. And then I'm testing this pattern, which is a rewrite of a pattern. It hasn't been released yet, but I did show it on my channel real quick. But I already finished both sleeves, most of it. I just have to weave in the ends. So what I did today, Shannon, I finished my pockets. This is, I ended up doing that a few times today. I had to undo them and then redo them, but I think my pockets came out really nice. Sorry. It's so complicated to show things and hold them up so that you can see them. I mean, they're not perfectly even, but I think my sides came out really well to where you don't really see the seam that much. I used the back loop, so it sort of like blends in a little bit. And that's my other pattern. But since it took half a day, I mean, that's why I'm showing it, because it took a pretty long time to make that. I was like, look, there's the pocket. And I need to still put buttons on and weave in the ends. But at least I didn't miss the deadline. And Adele's saying hi to Sherry. Hi, Nifty. Yeah, actually, this one took longer to make. This one, not so much. This one I used Joann's Big Twist heathered yarn, which I moved on to the other sofa. It's not right here, right next to me. I wanted to show that. I showed the hooks. I showed the amigurumi. And this is the shawl. I started maybe Thursday. Yeah, Thursday? I didn't work on it yesterday. I was working on the pockets. This is Ophelia Talks pattern. It's the Agatha Christie reading shawl. I think it's coming out really pretty. So that's what I'm going to work on now while I'm talking to everybody. And it's using this Big Twist yarn, the party. It's, I can't read. 240 yards, 3.5 ounces, 220 meters, blah, blah, blah. Recommended hook size is an I, 5.5 millimeter. I think I'm running out of steam. And this is the colorway Succulent. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't, yeah. For this that I'm like pattern testing the square she wanted me to do, I already woven in like 5 or 7 ends, and look at how many more I have to weave in. And I decided to sign up to like pattern test like her blanket in this same stitch. And it uses at least 2 different colors that you keep having to switch every like 3 rows, so you can't really carry the yarn over. And I'm like, why did I do that to myself? Like, I hate weaving in ends. So I'm pretty cranky about that. Sorry, I have like yarn everywhere. You're having dinner. Oh, I hope you're in a different time zone. That's so late. I mean, it's 2 a.m. for me, but I usually have dinner at 12 a.m., so no judging there. If you're hungry, you're hungry. And then Nifty was saying to Shannon, wish I could sew all those ends. Oh, you love that job? Oh my gosh. I do not like weaving in ends. Nope. And so with this one, when I started it, I wasn't sure what hook size to use. So I started with the 5 millimeter, which is this area here. This area here. Whoop. There we go. Sorry, my left is my right and my right is my left. It's like all inverted on camera. This area here is the 5 millimeter. And then I thought that might be too tight. I'm like, which hand is which? Sorry. And then these over here, I switched hooks. Let's do it like this. I switched hooks. So then these are the 5.5 millimeter. My goodness, I'm having a hard time with this. And then I thought that maybe it needed to have a little more drape. So then I switched over to a 6 millimeter hook by all of this. Here we go. By all of this. So I think it's kind of okay. I mean, it looks like it still has a good amount of like too many gaps, like between the stitches down here, as opposed to like here in the middle where I use the smaller hook size. And I mean, I know you shouldn't be changing hook sizes mid-project, but I figured it doesn't matter that much in the grand scheme of things when this is going to be a big old shawl. It kind of looks fine because it sort of changes with the colors for the size. And Sherry's saying she usually starts with a 5.5. Well, she said, well, this was a 4 category 4-weight yarn. I hadn't used this yarn before. And for some odd reason, I thought it was skinnier than it is. So I think what happened to me is that this yarn, because it has the white in it and because it changes color, it created some sort of optical illusion with my brain. So I thought it was thinner than it was. So when I started with the 5mm, I'm like, man, that looks really thick. So then I kept going because, like, she starts off the pattern with a 5mm hook. And then she's like, just use whatever you're comfortable with, or, you know, half a hook size, you know, more than what the than what the yarn recommends. But this one, the yarn recommended 5.5, and I initially thought, hey, maybe that's too much. But it isn't. I mean, it was splitting a little bit on me when it was the 5mm, but that's why, because it should have been using a thicker hook. So, I think it'd be fine with the 5.5mm, but I'm happy with it with the 6. And by then I was already like 2 or 3 rows in. So I'm like, it's just going to keep going with that. And I'm also working on the bod on the pineapple shawl. Oh, which is here, which is reachable. Thank you, Dawn. This is Arena Threads yarn, which is like beautiful, that I bought on Etsy, and she has her own site. I only did a little more today. I only did like 2 more rows. And this is Bag O' Day crochet pattern. Her wrapped in a facade. But this yarn is just lovely. And that one I'm using a 5mm hook. But I'm not used to having to deal with like such thin yarn and all these little like strand. You know, it's like 6 strands put together, I think, or 8 or something. I don't know. So I have to make sure that I'm not losing strands on the way. Oh, sorry about the crinkle. Oh, this one, yeah, this one is just taking a long time, and I can't really do it while I'm on the live because I have to keep looking at Shaw's video for how to do the pineapple stitch to make sure that, oh, okay, you know, what do I do on this row? What do I do on the next row? But I really like how it looks. Looks really pretty. And it's really nice and soft. Right? I agree. Sherry says that she thinks that Nifty must be a really unique individual. Yeah, I just don't really care for sewing. So I need to put the buttons on that cardigan on this one. And I'm like, oh, I can't do any more sewing today. I already did buttons. Thank you. I think I already said thanks for that it's gorgeous and pretty for the shawl. Oh, I have 11 folks. I don't know how many people. I can't see in here how many people have liked the video or not. If you want, click like and subscribe. So what are folks working on? What are they doing tonight? I know Sherry's having dinner. I always wonder if when I'm on StreamYard, if this chat is like a little delayed. I guess you can't really see what I'm crocheting once I start. Oh my gosh, her stuff is so pretty for Fiber Expression Arts. Sherry says Fiber Express just posted a new shawl. It's gorgeous. She's not sure if it's a paid pattern or not. Wow, that's cool. A giveaway for the shawl. I wonder if it's wool. Is it wool? Hi, Barb. Welcome. And then Shannon saying, I finished the ends and I'm putting the border on now. Oh, is it your sunshine blanket? The yellow-orange one? Or it's another one? Thank you. Don said 10 are watching and 12 thumbs. I know for here on my end in StreamYard. Ooh, I got to plug in my laptop. It says 11 are watching. But I guess that's still pretty close. This might be the largest number of people I've had attend a live stream. Well, I guess I had a little more, but Panda went to bed. So right now I'm joining, like I ran out of yarn, so I'm joining new yarn, and I'm just going to do a magic knot so then I don't have to weave in the ends. Oh, okay, so no, it's the beige and brown 70s retro one. I don't think I've seen that blanket that you're working on. I don't remember. And then Barb is saying hi to Dawn. My doggy gave up. He's no longer chewing or eating, and he's not like deciding to play right now tonight. We already went for a walk. He apparently decided it's time to go to sleep and to take a nap. I'm like, there we go. I can put it higher. It's like my name. The bottom of the screen is kind of in the way of what I'm doing. So yeah, when you do the magic knot, you get the two ends of the yarn and then tie knots on both ends, going the other ways, and then pull. And then I like to double knot it, and then I cut. So after you do that little thing, I do that. So even if it wants to come a little unraveled, like the tension is different because you pulled it this way to put it together. And then I cut off the ends. Especially with a yarn like this that changes color and it's not like super thin. See? And then I have my knot. Yes, I use knots. Nifty says, Nessa, that knot I always use now. Cool. I think it's handy. I mean, it doesn't work as great with like really slippery yarns like Karen Simply Soft. But this isn't Karen Simply Soft, so it's fine. And it's not like people are going to be yanking on the shawl in the middle of it like so hard that I'm sure they'll rip the shawl before this knot comes undone. Oh, and the other thing I've been working on too are the squares for the blanket crochet along with Tiffany Hansen. And ooh, there's a shirt. Ooh, there's my scrunchie. Like finding everything in my crochet bag. I finished the first 3 squares, and this is the 4th square. I figured I might as well continue with show and tell. You see it? It has arrows. I may do it either Halloween or rainbow themed, and I'm using different yarn that they're using than the yarn that they are using for the cow. And I'm using the Hirschner's Cheerful DK yarn. This is totally red, the colorway. It's an anti-pilling yarn, acrylic, machine wash, lay flat to dry, and then recommends a 5mm hook and all that stuff. And it's a 3, it's a DK. I'm using a 4.5mm hook. My squares are a little bigger, but I tend to crochet loose. She's using a 4.25, but I couldn't find a 4.25 hook that I like that's ergonomic. So yeah, so I have my knot done, and now I just keep going. No ends to weave in for this situation. And for those of you who weren't here when maybe I mentioned it, which I can't remember now. Why am I upside down? Okay. The pattern is the Ophelia Talks, the Agatha Christie reading shawl. And she uses the Stylecraft Impressions yarn, which actually looks a lot like this party yarn. So And it's pretty cool because the two sides of the hexagons, it alternates between double crochet row, and then the next row is windows. So it's like a double crochet chain one. So I can do it mindlessly. I don't have to count, which I love. So I can do that now. I could also probably work on the square, but I was thinking of maybe doing the sleeves for the Tunisian cardigan, but since I already missed that deadline, it's not that important, and I figured I had to concentrate because I have to read the pattern and I have to find where my two skeins of that same yarn are to where I have them, so that I work, one skein for each end. Yeah. And it's way too late at night for me to try to figure out an amigurumi with my head. I'm too tired. What's everybody else working on? Thanks for stopping by. I know it's late for folks. Ooh, there's 12. Welcome. Somebody came back or joined us new. Today was exciting. Don Yarndall, you won the pretty bag. The pretty project bag. That was cool. Those were pretty. I'm glad. I feel like Mama G Gear's animal auction went well today. The part 2. I think her part 1 went well too, but I couldn't stay for a good amount of it. I only was able to stop by briefly for that one. Cool. Barb is sewing body parts on her mini turtle. That clicky, clicky, clicky is my doggy's nails. Sorry, let me put away the new shirt. Well, I might as well show it. So this is a new top that I bought at Target on Thursday while I had the interesting fiasco of going to aquatic physical therapy. And what happens as I get to the appointment, which is like more than 45-minute drive away, I get there early, a little early. And they like close the place down from 1:30 to 2:30 to clean, the pool and the whole area. I realized when I get there that I forgot my whole bag that had the bathing suit, the towel, the toiletries, the flip-flops, everything. I'm like, well, I can't do aquatic physical therapy if I don't have a bathing suit or I don't have a change of clothes. And I was planning to go to like a work meeting after. And earlier, Michael had messaged me that on his live that the panda was going to do the little dance for my birthday, which is really sweet. And I'm like, well, I don't know if I'll be able to show up because I have aquatic physical therapy and then I have to drive home. And then this whole thing of like going to like some chapter association meeting after. Anyways, so I called my physical therapist. Thank goodness she was really cool about it. Mentioned to her what happened, like, oh my gosh, I forgot the whole bag of my bathing suit with the change of clothes, with towels, all that. And she's like, I understand that sometimes she's forgotten the towels. So she's like, well, if you want, you can go and I was like, can I go really quick to a store close by and get the bathing suit and then, and then do the session right after. Well, really quick. It took me more than half an hour to get the things. I bought that top while I was there. And it exhausted me, and then having to do the physical therapy after totally exhausted me. So I got there, my appointment's almost over. She said it was fine, that I could do the exercises separately, in the pool while she was doing a physical therapy aquatic appointment, an eval appointment, and she wouldn't charge me. So apparently then I flew through the exercises and got really, really tired. And I realized, I'm like, well, apparently when I do the physical therapy exercises in the pool, that she tells me I don't take breaks. When I do them one of the sessions with her, we take a lot more breaks. And I'm like, whoa, what a difference. So Thursday I was just totally exhausted. I was totally wiped out. When I finally got home from all those things, and then after doing that, and then going to the meeting, and then going to shopping. So while I was in the meeting, I was able to jump on Michael's live, and Panda did his little dance, so that was cool. So I got to see that. Then I attended the meeting. But granted, right, I had forgotten the whole bag with my bathing suit and all the change of clothing and everything, but I did not forget my crochet bag that had my hook and my crochet in case I needed to crochet at the meeting or while I was waiting for my appointment. So anyways, so now I'm just going to keep like a whole spare bag for aquatic physical therapy in the car in case I forget to grab it again when I'm leaving the house, because it was all packed up. Grabbed everything else. I even grabbed a little cooler bag that had like cold packs with a drink and everything for me to drink after PT, or if I went shopping that I could put groceries in. But I forgot the main thing, which was the bathing suit. Just sad. So Dawn's saying that she's relaxing, she's taking a break, not working on anything tonight. And Nifty says, so glad you asked. They're working on their 5th mitten. The first 3 had to frog, and the 4th is garbage. Number 5 is turning out amazing. Wow, that is a lot of work. And Shannon needs, Art Junkie needs a pattern for a big turtle. And Sharon had mentioned, I knew I said the YouTube channel wrong. It's Expression Fiber Arts. Oh, okay. And she has a pattern for PDF because it just came out. Ooh, I'm going to have to look for that. Electrona Shawl. Thank you, Sherry. By the way, just an FYI, I had put the link on my community tab on my YouTube channel. Amazon has the ebook version of the book, Every Way Crochet Stitch Dictionary, or something like that. For $1.99. Please don't quote me on the title. I can't remember the exact name of the title right now at 2:30 in the morning. Not gonna happen. But it's written correctly in the link. So but it's a great price. It's a really good book. I have the book. I have the actual physical book. I can show you guys the book if anybody wants to see the actual book. I think I've done a book review on it on my channel, but I can't remember. If not, I meant to do a book review on it because it's a really good book. But at $1.99 for the ebook version, it's great. Like, it'll be a great reference. Like, even if you don't typically like ebooks, but if you're traveling and you need to look something up, you can use it if you have a Kindle or an iPad. Sherry says to Nifty that you're unique because you like things that most people don't like. I think it's the first time I've ever heard anyone say that they like hiding in ends and the crinkle. Yeah, I think so too. Most people don't like either of those two. And then Sherry says she has a bunch of stitch books. She has one that has 500 stitches in it. Yeah, I have one too that has 500 stitches. You might have this one. This one's a really famous one. I think the author is Deborah or Dehora, something with a D, Ostrin or something. Austrine. I'm totally butchering her name. I'm sorry. I don't think that she'll ever watch my channel or this video. But it's a really good book. I thought it was Deborah, but she might be the same author that does the crochet skill building book series or whatever that I'm using for my informal swatch along, which I should probably talk about if you folks haven't heard about it. You do not need the book to participate in my informal swatch along. It's a great stash buster project. I have a video about the kickoff on it in my YouTube channel. Yay. And pretty much it has little different, this is a whole different book. It has different swatches within the book, and it talks about different like crochet techniques and all that. So I decided, hey, why don't we go through some of these swatches and do them together and do maybe one a month. And folks, if they like, they can share what their progress is or what their experience is with them. And I do a video about that. I need to post the last one up in my Facebook group, which I haven't done recently. And I try to come up with an idea of like how you can do what we're doing for that swatch for that month without having the book. So like, for example, the last one was loops. Was a loop stitch. Which is this. So then I put a link to some video tutorials on YouTube on how you do this stitch. So you don't need a book. I mean, she doesn't own the stitch. But yeah. So then Barb is saying to Shannon, to Art Junkie, you might be able to use a pattern of a small turtle and just change the needle size and yarn size. Let me fiddle around with some spare yarn and see what happens. If it works, I will tell you. Yeah, and that's usually the good case for some of the amigurumis. If you do that, they'll turn out different sizes either. If you decrease the hook size with the yarn size, they'll come out smaller. And if you do the opposite and use bigger for both, then they come out bigger. But yeah, it varies with the pattern. Donna's saying, I have to run, but really enjoyed the live. Is this your normal live time? Well, have a good night, Dawn. Thanks for asking. I don't really have a normal live time because I don't usually go live. The last time I did my few lives was in March. But a lot of times if I do go live, it is usually maybe a Friday or Saturday night, like a weekend night and more nighttime because I have insomnia. And I fall asleep like during the day, and I'm also working during the day, so it's harder to go live. I can't go live during the weekday, during work hours. So yeah. So if I do, and then it's just Saturday and Sunday during the day are so busy with other people's lives, and like I feel like if I did go live, maybe I was stepping on someone's toes or not. But I don't know. Maybe one day I'll just randomly pop up at some random time, or maybe a weeknight if I'm not too tired. But I'm not sure. And I haven't really announced them beforehand either. So, but thanks for asking. Maybe once, if I figure out, if I get a handle on being less fatigued, I can more regularly figure out a schedule and stick to it. I just really don't want to say that I have a certain time and a certain schedule if I'm not going to stick to it. So yeah. And then Sherry's mentioning that Michelle Liebman has good books. Yeah. I have to look to see if I know that author. And then Barb is saying that she'll let Shannon know. Then Shannon's saying, thank you. Yeah, I feel like a number 6 super bulky weight or a jumbo weight will make any amigurumi bigger just by default. So I agree with Sherry. I know I did one that was like a bunny. It was like a block, and I used like the blanket yarn, and it came out cute and big. Yeah, I agree. It's just kind of surprise. I'm here. I'm doing it live. I was gonna do a video for those unboxings showing the amigurumi. Oh, well, I have this too. I can show this. So since I have the yarn here, this is one that I had done for the cactuses that I had made. Well, I had bought, like, they have these yarn packs for Hirschner's that come with these smaller worsted 8 different colors. This was the safari pack one, like that, which I think is like a great idea if you're doing stuff like amigurumi that don't need like a ton of yarn. And I feel like this color pack was nice because it had like this walnut for the brown. It had this like pretty like golden color, the ochre, and it had this like red orangey color and this white color. And then these little other yarns were from something else. Like I was working on the little cactus and the pot and the little flower, so I threw them in the bag, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to keep this on the sofa and use that for those little figurines. And then I did in one of my recent Hirschner's unboxing videos, they have a mystery bag for baby yarn for 28 ounces, and you get a free pattern, and this is what I got. So I got these balls of baby yarn. It's like Baby Wonder from Hirschner's. It's a category weight 4, but it's like on the thinner side. It's 25% superwash merino wool and 75% acrylic. I don't seem to have like an allergic reaction to it. It's like machine wash, lay flat to dry. It's really pretty. So there were like 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 balls of that came in it. This is that golden cotton yarn that I had left over from that top I made that I showed on my channel. And then they gave like the free pattern for the round ripple Afghan. So I thought that was pretty cool. So, and it was, their price for this was $16.99. And I'm like a member of their Hirschner's craft club, whatever, where you get 10% off on top. And then I think I had a coupon too for like 15% off. So I don't know, I got it at least like more than 10 or 15% off, or free shipping or something I got with that. But I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm like, well, I wanted a mystery bag, but I didn't want like a huge little mystery bag. But for $17 before the coupons, that's a great price. Like, you know, I was thinking they were going to send like thinner yarn, maybe like the baby sort of Hirschner's yarn that's like a, they have like a DK one, and then they have a fine 2-weight. But I figured even if it was a 2-weight, I could always put a few strands together and make it a little thicker. Okay, that sounds good, Dawn. Have a good night. To mention, she put on the notification bell so it'll let her know. Yes, Sherry. Art Junkie Shannon will be interviewing Darnyan Doll on her in the lounge on next upcoming Monday night. Then Sherry's wishing Don Fredlund a good night. I'm sorry for mispronouncing her last name. And then Shannon says yes at 8:00. Ooh, does Alexa remind you, or she like does the notices in the phone? Like, do you tell Alexa and then she'll just put like a calendar reminder in your phone or something, or she'll just automatically remind you? I don't have an Alexa. Oop. Sorry, I shouldn't be saying it. I don't want it to go off in your house. I don't have the assistant here. I feel paranoid, like they're going to be listening in on me. Oh, that's cool. Yes, on my Echo and announces. Maybe I could use one that could wake me up. Have a hard time waking up. Sorry for drinking. I'm really dry. She must be sleeping. She didn't say anything. Maybe she didn't understand me. She didn't hear me. But I did say her name a few times. So you would think. She's like slacking. She's sleeping on her job. I have a friend that has the same name. I wonder if she like triggers it when she goes over to people's houses. So now I'm like wondering, like, should I make that round ripple Afghan with that yarn, or should I make it? And then the weird thing was that like that yarn is a category 4-weight. I mean, not that weird, but the pattern was for a 5-weight yarn. But it is a round ripple Afghan, so it's not like it really matters what weight yarn you use. You can use whatever category weight you want. I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll just be smaller or bigger. Shannon says she needs one of those. She has one that tells me to take my meds, then I push a button and out pops the meds. Oh, that's really cool. I need that. But how big is the container for the meds? Because I take like a lot of meds. I don't know that they'd all fit in there. It'd get like jammed. It'd be like, I can't. It's too many medications to remind you. And Sherry says they don't use the alarm anymore. They don't use a timer when they cook. She reminds me of doctor's appointments and YouTube lives. Oh, that's cool. I feel like the medication one's really convenient. I don't know. There's so many Facebook lives that might drive me crazy if like she's announcing every time there's a live, especially in the weekends. I'm going to say Sherry says her assistant helps keep her on track, and she loves to ask her to play music from classical to reggae to country to play, and she does all that. Well, that's nice. Okay, so if I say that name, will he like wake up? Like, is it okay to say the S word? Oh, okay. Sherry says you tell her, you tell that this assistant to what you want her to remind you of. Ooh, I think my sleeping pill's starting to kick in. I'm starting to feel a little sleepy. Oh, I've heard that you can change their name and you can change their voice too. I mean, I think my friend that has that same name changed hers to like a different name. You know, it'd be neat to change it to like a less, like, let's say we're here in the US, right? To change it to like a less common, like non US name. Be like Hans. My assistant is Hans. Hans, can you please remind me of when I have YouTube lives? Thank you, Hans. But now I'm just being silly. Or Mr. Lion, can you please remind me of when I have this and this doctor appointment? Thank you. I don't know. Did anybody have any questions on these items or the kits or anything like that? Then Sherry says they had to make with an Australian accent, but oh, they had one with an Australian accent, but because they live alone and never started talking to me out of the blues, so I would have hard all of a sudden you have an Aussie like talking to you like that you're not expecting. Yeah. Yeah, some random accented man is I mean, that could be a good or a bad thing. I don't know. Like I said, maybe make them with a German. I'm talking German or with a German accent, and call them something else. Maybe I'm showing myself too much. My ex-husband was Swiss German, so. You're like, hey, dear. Oh, Shannon says she's getting sleepy too. Yeah, well, we're both on the same time zone, so it's 3 a.m. for us. So yeah, I can see that. How long have I been on here? Ooh, an hour and 14 minutes. That's pretty good. I was gonna hop on here and have it be quick. I know some of the other ones. I said that, and then next thing I know, it was 2 or 3 or 4 hours later. But I was talking Tunisian crochet, and Michael was on, so we just kept going. There was like no breaks. And I think that's when they were like switching my sleeping meds, so I wasn't even on the sleeping meds. Like now, I kind of ran out of the dose because they had put me on a different dosage. And now that dosage is that those have run out. So I had to use the 15 milligrams cut in half, which is 7.5 milligrams as opposed to the 10 milligrams. So it like takes a little longer to kick in. But I should be getting them in the mail soon. Oh, nice. Sherry says her ex-husband is Portuguese, straight from the Azores. I have an ex-boyfriend that was from Brazil. That was nice. And then Nifty, yes, I'm using a prim hook. This is the J hook. I love it. It's very comfortable and nice. But I also use clover hooks, and I also have my Susan Bates twist and lock, which many people don't know about. It is a little beat up over here through there, which I don't like about that, but it has a thread cutter at the end. It's great for travel. You can, you twist and then you lock it out, and you can change the edges, the ends. And the same with this section. Ta-da! This is the eye hook, and it's Susan, and I like the Susan Bates. Like, I grew up using Susan Bates hooks, but I prefer the ergonomic handle, so I can change and put different hook sizes. And you can also do it like this too if you want to hide your hook and hide, and you can flip your thread cutter the other way too if you don't want them knowing that it's a crochet hook with a thread cutter. Yeah, it's definitely a prim. Nice. Sherry says she only uses Susan Bates with a black handle on the prim. I don't have the ones with the black handle, but so I'm not sure how my hands would handle it with the thickness of the handle part. But yeah. Yeah, the Susan Bates have the longer shafts, and I drop less stitches with that. Yeah, I have actually pretty long. My hands are on the bigger side with pretty long fingers, and this is like a longer hook. So it's comfortable for me. And let me show you, for example, because of course I have all these here, right? Like, this is why my living room is a mess. I was like, let me move my fingers out of the way. Yeah, so the clover hook is comparatively smaller, like by a lot, the soft touch, than the prim and the other Susan Bates with the thread cutter put in there. Even with the thread cutter put out, it's still a good size. So yeah, so this is a significant, like, I recently switched back to this, and it's like just so short for me. Yeah, I'll use the clover, but I prefer the prim. I also have some dot hooks. Hold on. These are sold by We Crochet. They're tapered, sort of ish. I'll compare it to the hooks. I didn't like it initially, but it kind of grew on me. So it's not as long as a prim hook, but it's still a pretty good size. So they're pretty good. This is a dot. They were on sale recently. They had them like more than 30% off. They had them like 30% off. So like the whole set would come out for like $16, I think, online. Yeah, it does, Sherry. It does have more of a boy head for the dots hooks, and also for the clover. And that she doesn't like. I haven't tried a tulips. I'm also a pencil holder. I have not tried the frills hooks either, but honestly, I think they're overpriced for what they are. But that's just my opinion. I've never tried them, so I don't know. And it also seems like they'd be heavy for me too. Haha, I can't remember how many stitches go on the edge for my corners. Okay. It's 2. I'm like, was it 2 double crochet and 2 chains? Dang it. Dang it, brain. Like the Knit Pro hook with the round tip there with an ant. I don't know. No, I don't. Never mind. I take that back. I don't have any Knit Pro. I have from the We Crochet a set of their Tunisian hooks, and they have a round head, but that actually bothers me about them. I recently bought them when it was like a really good sale, and I have one right here. Just trying to get it and not have everything fall. But you see how this head is rounded? It drives me utterly insane. So when I tried to work on this Tunisian cardigan that I was pattern testing, I could not use this hook. So to me, that was a useless hook because I could not get into my simple stitches, my Tunisian simple stitches. I couldn't, because it was a harder yarn to work with the boucle. I needed a pointy tip to get in there. I mean, everything else is great, and it's nice and soft, and the cable's okay. You know, and the cable's good, and I have a swivel one too, but I haven't changed it over to the swivel hook, to the swivel cable. I have my bamboo clover hooks, which I really like for Tunisian. But yeah, this head being like that really bothered me. It works great if I was using the Caron Simply Soft yarn. There, it wasn't a big deal. And it wasn't so hard for me to get into the yarn. And I have plastic set of Tunisian hooks, which are my Denise hooks, which I do not like. Because I have instances where I'm working on things and I go to pull, or the project gets heavier, and then all of a sudden the damn cord has come off, and then I'm like losing and dropping stitches in the middle of the project because my stupid cord came undone from the hook. And I know a lot of people like talk about the Denise hooks and they love them and all this, and I'm just like, I'm sorry that I find them very annoying. So Sherry's saying she bought a set of Knit Pro that has the pointed heads and wasn't crazy about the shape. I mean, I love how that, I don't know if they're the same as those from the We Crochet. Oh, sorry, and Knit Picks. But I have to look at the packaging. I can't remember right now. And then Sherry's saying she bought a Susan Bates Tunisian hook with the cable. Feels very stiff. Haven't done Tunisian. I don't know. Can't get used to the hooks. They have the long metal. The long metal ones, I have those, but they get really heavy for me. So I don't like the metal ones. It has to be like a really narrow project that I'm working on that's not going to get really big. Yeah, it's the aluminum one. Now I remember. That's the Susan Bates Tunisian hook. I have one of those, and then the other, like, I think cheap aluminum Amazon Tunisian crochet hooks. Yeah. Yeah, I think you should, if you decide to try the Tunisian, try it with a hook, with a regular crochet hook that you like, and just make a smaller project, like a headband. Then you don't need a special hook, and see if you like the style. And then go ahead and buy the hooks that you like. Like I said, those recrochet ones aren't bad. I mean, if you're not, if you're using normal yarn, if you're not using something weird like I am, like I was for that, you might like those because the wood is nice and soft. And if you don't mind the rounded head, I mean, it's different for regular crochet, because regular crochets, I mean, well, these are pointed, so the head tip, but it's not that important to get into stitches the same as it is with Tunisian, especially Tunisian simple stitch, and with a thinner yarn, because that's a category 2 weight yarn, like a fine weight, and boucle and fur, and it's fuzzy and it's dark, because I was also doing like a dark brown besides that red, and then this dark blue. So yeah, it was just everything you shouldn't do with yarn all in one project. Good night, Shannon. See you tomorrow. Sounds like a great idea. to start a makeup bag, Sherry says. And Sherry's signing off too. I think I am too, even though I have 12 people, but I don't know who else is here. Lurkers? Dawn, are you still here? Maybe Barb is still here? Panda went to bed. Dawn went to bed. Fred Lund. Maybe it's Nifty. Nifty and Barb are here. Yeah, Nifty's here. Yeah, I'm not sure what more to talk about. They probably fell asleep. Yeah, I agree with you, Sherry. They probably did. They like curled up with the phone and like boop, they're out. I'm like sitting on the yarn. I started pulling. I'm like, why isn't this yarn going anywhere? And I was like, oh, I'm sitting on it. There, I figured so people could see what I'm doing. I feel like a grandma. Like, how close can you go? Yeah, Sherry's saying good night, Nifty, and the rest of the night owls. Good night, Sherry. Have a sweet dream. Shannon, too. I think Shannon's already gone. I think I'm about to go to, okay, maybe at an hour and a half. Right now it says that I have been live for an hour and 26 minutes. Ooh, yeah, I lost 2 people from 12 to 9. Had a few sign off. I was watching a live, Nifty says they're watching a live today in their bedroom and fell asleep. It's great to get, yeah, I agree with a little yarn. I like taking naps with watching. Sometimes on a live, sometimes while I'm watching a Gurney video. And then Nifty's wishing Sherry a good night. Thanks for stopping by, Sherry, Shannon, too. Art Junkie, everybody else that's left, in case you catch a replay. Thanks for coming. For those of you who are here, if you like the content of my channel, please click like and subscribe. Even though it might be that everybody that's here is already a member. So now I wonder if I still have to do an unboxing, if I can just kind of be like, I already did an unboxing of the Amigurumi kits and showed them. Now I need to decide what animal I do first to try out. Do folks want to vote? And say which one, if you remember, if you saw them when I showed them. There was Toothless, which is, well, he's harder. I was thinking more first from the, from this pack or from this pack. So the options are a lion, an elephant, a tiger, or a giraffe, or a frog, a rabbit, a little chickie, or a bear. And I have 2 options of 2 different tigers. Yeah. I'm glad I did the live. I'm glad people joined. I hope you guys had fun or a nice time. Ooh, Bob votes for frog. I do like that frog. I may use a different yarn, though. Like one of those prettier green yarns that are like a worseted 4-way yarn. So maybe my froggy will be a little bigger. Oh, I have one frog that I made, which is the first amigurumi I ever made, but I didn't stuff him. So he's flat. And I think that's really funny because he was like, it's like you see like the top of the frog, not like the frog full on. Like, it's not like a standing frog like this one. It's more like, how frogs are regularly, where it's like a toad and then you're looking at him from top down. So he has his eyes and the top of his little body with his little legs sticking out. and I didn't stuff him. So he looks like he was squashed. And I keep him on the top of my sofa. And I just never got around to stuffing him. And I'm like, you know what? You're just not going to be stuffed. Maybe I should find another pattern like that or make him again now that I have few more experience making amigurumi. Now that I've made that frog, I made a character from an animated series that I watch, which is Final Space. Mooncake is his name, and he's green too. Apparently, I like green things. I made 2 cactuses and a prickly pear. Those I really enjoyed, and those did not hurt my hands. I made my little fox woople. I made my little weird-looking owl. I made a few gnomes, but I don't think they were stuffed, if I recall. And I made like a gnome head and a snowman head, but those weren't stuffed. They were like, they went on towel holders with a ring, and then you put the towel. They were really cute for like Christmas presents. Oh my gosh, but the gnome took way longer than I expected because of his hat. Oh yeah, and I made like that square head bunny for a friend. So it's 1, 2, those were 2 gnomes, 3, 4, 5 with that little owl ornament thing, 6. So I guess 6 things I've made, maybe, that I recall. Oh, Adele also was eating a very late dinner and lurking. Well, I hope it was a nice dinner. Thanks for lurking. I was considering possibly doing like a giveaway, to like celebrate my 500, when I reached 500 subscriber milestone, plus the my birthday. But then I ended up like not going live very close, like on that weekend on my birthday, and like a bit of time has passed now. So I'm thinking maybe now I'll wait. And now for tonight, a good amount of the people that were already here have left. So yeah, I'll just leave it for later, another day when I'm not so tired. Ooh, I get to go back to the part of the pattern where it changes again. It's exciting. I think that's what I like about this pattern. Once I start getting tired of like doing just double crochets all in a row, it goes back to like little windows. Yes, it's window time again. Ooh, that's yummy. Avocados and Ritz crackers. I love avocados. Love avocados. I miss them. Hey, buddy. I guess he wants to go to his different bed now. Then Barb says first turtle she ever made. That was an amigurumi. I haven't made a turtle yet, so I would like to make a turtle. But again, another green creature. Any more votes? I don't know about that bunny, man. Those ears. Plus, he has like more like appendages, because he has the ears, and then he has like 2 little arms and two feet. Same with the bear. I guess the chickie would be the easiest. Or the frog, because they both only have their arms. Like, at least for the frog, his little, like, his legs for this pattern, it's like part of his body. Just not like a ton of extra sewing. Ooh, yeah, I'm getting a little sleepy. Okay. I did go past my hour and 30 minutes on. No more votes for different animals of which one I should make first from these kits. Especially from those, like, multi-kits. Oh, for anybody that missed it, I found that the price was cheaper if you looked on Walmart online for the multi-kit or Amazon. that Your Inspiration sells them more. I didn't even check how much they were at Joann's, but the single ones at Joann's were pricey. Seemed pricier too. I mean, unless they're on sale right now and have a coupon. But yeah, definitely shop around for the best price if you want to try out these kits. And I'm thinking maybe changing out the yarn would be the best deal because I think they're really small. With that one weight, thin yarn of that cotton, even though that cotton looks more like a 2, but category 2 weight yarn, like a fine, but that's still really thin. It's going to be really small, and your stitches are going to be really tight, and it probably uses a really small hook. .5 millimeter crochet hook. That's crazy. That's so small. Yeah, no, I'm using that cotton weave or something else. Or multiple strands and changing the hook size. Thank you, Adele. So they can't wait to see how they turn out. Yeah, to definitely change the yarn. I would. Yeah, I think so too. I think they'd even be cute with like big, nice, thick, chunky blanket yarn. Make it a little big. I mean, if he's supposed to be that big, 4 inches with that yarn, maybe he'll be like normal size with blanket yarn. Knowing my luck, the damn thing will be like this big. Like, holy shit. That's happened to me with sweaters before when I first started making garments. I thought, oh yeah, let me make it a little bigger. I didn't make gauge. I didn't do a gauge swatch. And next thing you know, the damn sweater is like, the cardigan is like almost past my knees or to my knees or a little bit like above my knees. It was like, holy cow, that's long. But it's really comfy and it's warm and it's nice. Can't remember the name of the yarn right now I used for it. I'm drawing a blank. Adele says she loves making amigurumi. She can't save her pattern in life though, so definitely a tutorial to wing it. I haven't even looked if these had a tutorial online. I think Your Inspirations did do a tutorial for the frog and stuff. There was not like a link to tutorial in the pamphlet, and there was no QR code. Oh, that's pretty. Ola Joe like put out a video today of the little dress she made with the Lucky Brand bamboo yarn. I think Ola just already went to sleep, but she was on here. She stopped by to say hi. That was really sweet of her. Please check out her channel if you haven't already. It's Ola Joe the Crocheting Sailor. That's right. Crochet cat. What is it? Crochet crowd. No, it would be under Your Inspirations. Your Inspirations. They have some cute amigurumi, the Your Inspirations for like the patterns for free on their site. Honestly, if anybody doesn't know, they have a ton of free patterns anyways. Your Inspiration does, and so does the Crochet Crowd. Yeah, they do have them on here. I wonder if the whole pattern's on there than just explaining the harder stuff. So Popcorn the bunny is on here, the giraffe's on here, the Chirpy the bird, and the frog. It's 26 minutes, so it might be the whole pattern. I mean, it's probably not that complicated. There you go, Adele. Yeah. Love Andrea. Love Ola Joe. Ola Joe's awesome. That's the link to the froggy. I should have put what it was, but That's what it is. And I should probably put links to the folks' channels that I've mentioned. Just because that makes sense, huh? Since I don't have a mod. It's been pretty good, though. At this, I haven't had anybody, what is that called? No trolls today. Unwanted trolls. Since I figured I mentioned her. And you know, I don't know how people set up Nightbot. I don't know if it's a whole other separate program. Maybe. What is that? Did I just change the background? Oh, okay. That didn't work. This background music. I don't know why you would want a background music. Oh, interesting. Haha. Okay. It's an overlay. Sorry, I'm like messing with stuff now. Oops, no. I don't want to do that. No, they have a countdown. Yeah, anyways, I'm not sure how they use Nightbot. Oh, you're welcome, Adele. I can see how they do the banners. Anyways, okay, folks. Have a good night. I wonder, since I'm on the Apple, if it'll do like things. There's an Apple video thing. No? 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 Nothing. Now I'm just doing weird hand symbols. Okay. Good night. So I guess the vote is for Froggy. Only Barb voted. Well, you know what? Let's make it interesting, right? For anyone that watches the replay, folks, if you like my content, please click like and subscribe, right? But anyways, for any of you who watch the replay and you watch the whole thing and you saw these, different animals for the kits, I'm talking about the red heart ones. I think those will be easier. Just vote. Just put in the comments below which ones you think I should start first. Right now, it's Froggy. Right? I would think. I'm on a Mac. You would think that it did it the other day when I was on somebody's Zoom call, but I guess it just doesn't want to do it today. It's like sleeping. Put my hands in the shape of a heart. Let's try. It's not doing it. Then bye, Adele. Have a good night. Thank you, everyone, for coming. So for now, we have a vote of a Froggy. Folks, let me know later what, especially in the replay in the comments, which little animal from the pack, from either Froggy, Rabbit, Chicky, or a bear. Or there's the safari guys, which is a tiger, a lion, an elephant, or a giraffe. Oh, no, I'm kind of scared of that giraffe. Good night, Nifty. And Adele says she'll try to remember to come back and vote. Well, that's okay, Adele. I'll remember that you at least said Frog. So if you don't come back and vote, that's okay. Because for right now, it's defaulted to Froggy. So, So at least I'll, start with him, and then we'll see what people vote for, if that'll be the second one or not, or if they outdo Froggy. Yeah, I gotta think on that later, how if I decide to do like one giveaway for a milestone, how I do that. But there's other times to think about those things. Sorry that my bookshelf looks like a mess back there. Oh, you see, back there's my little owl guy that I made. That's furry. That looks like a little chickie. Yep. Okay, folks, good night. Wow, I almost made it to 2 hours. I was at 1 hour and 45 minutes. Bye. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. Good night. I hope I answered everybody's questions. Bye. Sweet dreams.